tonight is Friday Night NASCAR on the FWM network. Four wide, door to door, turn it up, let it hurt. From the short track speedways out to the dirt. Four wide motorsports, light it up, let it burn. Heat waves dance on the backstretch. Spotters call
see on you know, live racetracks like you do around NASCAR and stuff. So this is a pretty special event for us and a pretty special event for the fans. So yeah, let's get through our starting order here because we have um, I believe there was 36 or so guys on the grid last time I checked, but your Featherstone Welding and Fabrication Polo Award goes to Mr. Hunter Carlson in the 32. He's starting in first place. On his outside of row one is Daniel Michelle in the 25. Bobby Hall Jr. in the 94 starts third. Gavin Grubbs fourth. Austin Cansdell in fifth. Dallas Sunderman in sixth. Drew King in seventh. Wesley Wiegard in eighth, Landon Brown in ninth, Yogi Tesler starting off in 10th. We got 11, Daniel Worthington, 12th, Ron Walters, 13th, Chris Golden, Brendan Shirma in 14th, Deegan Burns in 15th, David Wormuth in 16th, Paul Dillon 17th, Andrew J. Mancini in 18th, Michelle Wilson in 19th, Bryce Gainey in 20th, Keith Pittman in 21st, Ian Woodwick in 22nd, Elijah Grant in 23rd, Colton Brenier 24th, Nicholas Moll 25th, Kalen Nunez in 26th, Wayne Cannon 27th, Hunter Bruman 28th, Jay Berlin 29th, Devin Baker in your 30 position. We got Stephen Castle 31st, Chase Cole 32nd, Joshua Tesler in 33rd, Jack Kelly in 34th, Chris Norris in 35th, John R. Hill in 36th, Michael Cole in 37th, Alex Wilson in 38th, and rounding out your field, as always, Mr. Daniel Mindful Jones in 39th. 39th drivers starting your grid here. Pace lights are off on the pace car as they come out of four. We are going to get ready to take the infamous Werx green flag as they come across the start zone. They fire up, boogity, boogity, boogie, let's go racing, boys. Talk about a throwback. And there's the infamous Werx green flag as Danny Michelle pulls out a quick lead over Baker. Baker falls back. Oh, I'm sorry. The timing there showed Baker up front for some reason, but it's Michelle out in the lead, pulls ahead of Carlson. Hall follows him. Everybody seems to follow in, a line here rather quickly. 30 guys on this track. I'm sure everybody wants to get spread out. Everybody wants to find their groove. So we're gonna have a lot of good racing here tonight. And being the only announcer in here, I'm gonna have a tough time calling this. So just bear with me, folks at home, and enjoy the ride. As you see, the top few guys have. And we got our first caution of the night, and that caution flag is brought to you by Featherstone Welding and Fabrication. And we'll see. Actually, it's a full course caution. Everybody stopped on the field. Let's see if we can get a replay of that from Tracy. I think they're just waiting for people to clear the field. That must have been a full race wreck. And here it is. Ooh, the 35 and the 8 get into it. 8 up against the wall, bounces back into the track, and it just looks like everybody piles in down the track. Look at them all. Number of guys. I got at least 10 guys involved in that wreck in the back of that field. You see the 35 and the 8 get into it there a little bit, and then the 35 into the wall. Everybody else, nowhere to go. No way to slow it down on such a short track and then just pile in. Bring up the race details real quick here during that race. During that wreck, that yellow flag. So the race length is 185 laps, 95 miles is the distance. There is no stage break. They're going to have 3 sets of tires in the pits and 1 fast repair as that caution comes out on lap 6. Hopefully those guys don't have to use it all. And 1 green-white checker attempt at the end of this race, if so happens to be. So yeah, there's your race details, and we got our first caution of the race, 6 laps in, but you're going to have that here at Bristol. This is the great Coliseum. This is where the action happens. So These guys are going to have to be very, very patient and, you know, call out Werx as soon as they can. They do have race comms that they can talk to each other over the race radio, so they can call out Werx as soon as they happen. But you know, hopefully they they could do it in time. It's just such a short track, and they're moving so fast. We got the car 14 digging Burns. If you want to bring that car up real quick, Tracy. This is his. Oh no, I'm sorry. Burns is not the 14. He's the 41. So he got a furniture shop as his sponsor on that car. That's where his he raced the late models in the 80s. His father did, so he's got that scheme on his car today. As we go green flag racing, and Daniel Michelle takes the jump. Hall jumps in second place, and Carlson falls back to third. Cansdale now jumps up to fourth, and he's battling outside of Grubbs right now and trying to get into that fourth place all by himself there, and he does so. Slots in nice. You see the 5 of who's that? Brown in the back of that field down low, and he's holding off the guys behind him that are too wide. Going up and down the track, trying to fend that off as he tries to take a look on the outside to make a pass. Can't find it outside, he'll pull back down in line. Yeah, so I told these guys I was trying to call out the special paint schemes, but I'll try a little bit better. I'm sure there'll be more cautions in here, but with me being the only one announcing, I'm going to have a hard time bringing attention to these guys, and I feel bad because this is such a special night for us here at 4 Wide Motorsports and 4 Wide Motorsports Network to bring this to the fans. Do apologize for that. As we got great racing mid-pack, guys still side by side, jockeying for position, and Paul Dillon coming up through the field quite a bit. Looks like he's made it up 5 spots, now 4 spots, battling back and forth. Your biggest mover, Keith Pittman, he's moved up 6 spots today. Biggest fallers, it looks like Brandon Cherma has fallen 7 spots in this race. Oh, a little contact there between the 41 and the 113 of Paul Dillon, and who's the 41 there? 41 of Keegan Burns. Deegan Burns, sorry, not Keegan, from Lucoma, North Carolina. Lucoma. Thank you, Mr. Producer Tracy Brown. Appreciate that. Yeah, so 17 laps in the books here, and as we come across the line, I think we're going to... Oh, we got one slow. Looks like pulled down into... No, it doesn't take pit lane, but one off the pace right there. As we're looking at lap cars here, your first cars to be lapped so far tonight. Actually, after that wreck, you'll have quite a few cars laps down, but first cars being lapped. As we watch Harold Bloomer come in to the pit stops for some attention. Great look at the old STP car from Wayne Cannon. Another Featherstone caution. Welding and fabrication. Second caution of the race. I'll give our producer some time to bring that one up, and here it comes. Ooh, looks like the 46 tried to dive it in there 3 wide into the corner, and the 6 was on top and had nowhere to go. That's kind of hard to do there. Looks like the 41 slows up a little bit. The 46 says, oh, I'll take the middle. And it just closes up on him. Beautiful Cause livery right there. You don't see that one around too much anymore. Mitch Wilson involved in that wreck a little bit. So I'm going to predict with 30 cars, 39 cars on the field and only one fast repair. We're going to have a lot of cautions, like I said, but with only one fast repair, some of these guys are going to run out of chances, and they're going to park it for quite a few laps if they get quite a bit of damage. And just a little bit of damage on these cars takes quite a bit of time in the pits, and time in the pits here is lap after lap after lap. You go in the pits not even for 30 seconds, you could be a lap or two down. So we're going to watch a lot of these guys drop off, and hopefully the racing will clean up towards the end of the race. We'll have to stay tuned and find out. As our producer Tracy goes through the field a little bit and gives you a look at all these great cars here. The Walt car, that's a real nice car with Daniel Jones. Beautiful paint scheme there. Wellington, David Warmuth from Rocco. Wow, say that 5 times fast. New York, USA. I'm from the Northeast, and I thought we had some weird names because they're all Indian names, but there's some weird little towns out there. Drew King, hometown Arkansas, USA. As we get doubled back up, I think the pace lights are off. Michelle, Hall, Carsland, Cansdell, and Grubbs round out your top 5. Sunderman, Brown, Golden, Tesla, and Worthington. And we are green flag racing. Infamous Race Werx is underway. Your green flag sponsor of the race. No surprise. Michelle gets off to a good start, and Hall right behind him. Carlson and Cansdale follow suit. Sunderman in line there. Behind him, we're 2 wide. And that is the 5 of Brown. It's showing the 5 of Brown. Yeah, Landon Brown moving up through the field on the inside of Sunderland now. Or am I seeing two different 5 cars? No, that's the Leadfoot. And on the front of that car, I have a little story to. So on the front of the hood there is a little story of Eugene and Hoover Brown, who have it is E and H Roofing Company, and that's Tracy, our producer's grandparents, and that's the company that Tracy and Lenny Brown worked for many years. So there's a throwback to Tracy's grandparents and the family business that our producer Tracy used to work for. So real nice throwback there, and we'll get maybe get Tracy's words on that one in a little bit. Yep, Tracy said he's got some words. It seems we've settled down here up front. Look through the rest of the field, and everybody's just really spread out right now. Oh, we got run into the wall, slows it down. Any mistakes on this track is going to cost you a real grip of time. And such a short track, you don't have a lot of time. Every 10th matters. Good battle here. Bobby Hall is your new leader in the 94 of Athens, Pennsylvania. Another yellow flag from Featherstone Welding and Fabrication. Third caution of the race. Ooh, what happened there? We'll have to go back and watch that. Wow, he just snapped around. What? I wonder what happened to John Hill in the '03. Oh, it looks like the guy, a guy come up behind him. Didn't seem like they were anywhere near him. He didn't have a car anywhere near him and just snapped around. It had to be a net code situation because it didn't look like anybody close to him. Well, there was one car. There was a car behind him. He disappeared. He blinked out, and I think that's the car that hit him because you could see behind the Red Bull car there. If you watch real close, then it blinks out. Where does he go? And then all of a sudden he turns. So, yeah. So unfortunately, with this these events, guys don't have great internet, and they do blink out. And with all these cars on the track, I'm sure their processors are having a hard time keeping up with it, and that's what you're gonna have. But we'll regroup and get back to this beautiful day here at Bristol. 82 degrees. The track temperature is 95. Humidity 57.3, and northwest wind at about 12. Mostly cloudy. Beautiful day to be down in Bristol here in iRacing. Not so beautiful up here in the Northeast as we're still in 20-degree weather in the morning. So that is not pleasant. And I know Thompson Speedway out here is having their icebreaker this weekend, and that's the official season up here, and it's going to be cold for that one. Pace lights are up. Once again, they're all doubled up. We got Hall on the inside of Mitchell. Hall will lead us to the green flag here. Carlson is in third, and Cansdale in fourth, Brown in fifth. What a race Brown has been having. He's come up 4 spots and hanging around the top there all race. Been in the top 10 all race and just moving up through the top 10. What a race he's been having. And the pace car's back in. And across the start zone we go. The green flag is out. Infamous Werx. Green flag back under green here. And Hunter Carlson on the inside. And Cansdale takes a real wide berth on the outside. Gets a great run. Takes that position away from Hunter. Hunter's going to lose 2 positions to the 5 as Brown tries that outside line. Takes it away. Hunter will go back up to the top there. Fall in line before he loses any more spot. Bolden enters the conversation of your top 10. Oh, as we got a couple around there. That's going to cause a big wreck. Another yellow flag. 4th caution of the race. And here's your replay. Yeah, a bunch of people on the track right now having internet issues, and I wonder if that's half the cause of these wrecks. People blinking in and out, or not being able to see each other on the track. Very unfortunate. But like I said, with one fast repair, it's unfortunate because these guys aren't going to be able to fix and get it back going again. Yeah, so right now we're taking a look at the 41, who was just the next guy in line out from that accident. But as you can see, we really don't see much of anything. I don't see. Oh, yeah, they're slowing down. Oh, got a couple guys sideways in front of the pit entrance there. So Devin Baker has a meatball, so he was definitely involved in that one. Yeah, Colton Brenier. Oh, Chase Clough. So that car from Chase Clough was his first car. He raced at Thomas County Speedway, which is his home track, and raced out a couple different cars in the IMCA Sports Compact Dirt Racing. Um, so that's his throwback. But unfortunately, seeing him in the inside wall is not where he wanted to put that scheme. I'm sure he would want to fix that and come back out on the track. But pace lights are off, and we're going to restack. Bobby Hall still in the first place, and Daniel Michelle second place as the green flag comes out. Infamous Race Rex green flag. And look how fast that top line gets off that first run there. We saw Austin Cansdale use that top line to get around Hunter, but Michelle can't do it. And there he is. There goes Cansdale back up to the top. Tries to get some speed up there. You got another guy wall riding back there. I wonder if he's trying to get championship points. I think he just got a little bit loose and into the wall, but Chris Golden makes the pass. Golden up to 8th spot right now. And that 54 seems to be. The 54 seems to be losing some positions there. Drop back a couple positions on this. Oh no! And we got Bruce Gainey into the 41 of Deegan Burns, and there is a little bit of mayhem as they keep it going, but the guys in the back kind of couldn't slow it down. So those two kind of get into it a little bit, check up, try to keep control of the cars, and unfortunately everybody else runs into them. There's your replay. Yeah, right there, just two guys in the same spot. You see them slow it down, and then behind them, as everybody's trying to check up and slow up. So that's our 5th caution of the race, 52 laps into the race, and we got pit stops. We got lead lap pit stops here. So Bobby Hall. We got a bunch of guys in the pits right now. My pit timer's going all over the place. So these are major first time pitters here. And that's going to jumble the field up because the guys that were in a few of those cautions have already come in. So I'm sure they're good on fuel and maybe tires, but that jostles the field up right now. Your new leader as it sits is Wes Wiegand, and he's on a 53 tire stent. Daniel Jones is behind him on a 53 tire stent. Listen to this. You don't hear this often, but Daniel Jones up 37 spots to sit in P2. Granted, he's off the pit cycle right now, but 37 spots. And then Wayne Cannon up 24 spots behind him. Mitch Wilson up 15 spots. Antonio J. Mancini up 13 spots. So these guys are, coming from the back and up front, just on pit cycles and being in earlier wrecks, but changes up the whole order of the race right here. So basically, we got a new race to watch. Real quick, I just want to jump into an announcement, if I could get it off here, is Elite Track Sim Shots, owned and operated by Colton Brenyard, delivers high-quality HD photos tailored especially for iRacing needs, from capturing intense on-track battles into showcasing detailed cinematic moments on the track. Elite Track Sim Shots brings virtual race experience. The pace car is off, and they are green flag once again. Infamous Race Rex green flag is out, and your new leader, that is Wes Wiegand, followed by Daniel Jones, Mitchell Wilson, Wayne Cannon, Antonio Mancini, Deegan Burns, who was just in that little fender bender there, was able to roll away. Bryce Gainey, Bobby Hall Jr. is back to 8th place with Daniel Michelle in 9th. So those guys really didn't fall too back on that pit stop. So with older tires, we're going to see these new tires move up through this field pretty quickly. Oh, and another yellow flag comes out. 6th caution of the race at lap 58. Didn't quite catch that replay. No, where so. No problem. Got some technical issues, but that's quite okay. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more action on the track to see. We are at lap 60 of 185. So like I said, this is a throwback race, and a lot of these designs are coming from Angry Chef Designs. Angry Chef Designs is a premier iRacing paint shop owned and operated by Hunter Carlson, specializing in high-quality custom race liveries. As the proud sponsor of Four Wide Motorsports League, Angry Chef Designs brings creative, precision, and passion to every design, from bold, aggressive styles to clean, professional schemes. Each paint is crafted to help drivers stand out on the track. With a commitment to detail and customer satisfaction, Angry Chef Designs delivers top-tier visuals that match the competitive spirit of sim racing. And some of these designs are from Angry Chef, so if you like some of these designs, definitely give Angry Chef look them up, reach out to them, and I'll tell you, they are very affordable compared to some of the other guys that charge quite a bit for their artwork. Hunter is very reasonable, and he'll work a deal with you, multiple car deals, or yeah, get a hold of Angry Chef Designs for all your livery designs. We look through some more of these cars. There's an old Jeff Gordon car out there. The what is it? Atra. Electra Exalta, that's it. Antonio Mancini out of Attleboro, Massachusetts, right up the street from my house there, about a half hour away. Fellow Red Sox fan. But he is up in fourth place and holding true to the top five there. But Danny Michelle is right behind him in fifth place on the outside. But Daniel Jones and Wilson still first and second. Bruce Gainey moves up to third. Mancini's fourth. Daniel Michelle is in fifth. Bobby Hall is in sixth. Ian Wittick is in seventh. Yogi Tesler is in eighth. Stephen Castle ninth. And Austin Cansdale rounds out your top 10. And we are green flag racing. Infamous Race Rex 185 back underway. Race worked. Sorry about that. I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've been going ever since. So it's getting late for me, and it kind of shows in these broadcasts that a mix for words. Daniel Michelle looks the inside of the 54, but thinks better of it. Sets him up another time around. Got a great run. Can he pull it off? He's starting to slow down that exit a little bit. Might want to slow up that entrance so he can get a run on the exit, but he is one heck of a foot here and knows how to wheel a car, so I don't question him. He knows what he's doing out there, that's for sure. As Daniel Jones and Wilson are in some trouble here because the cars behind them, they're all on new tires and they want to get through. Another yellow. 7th caution of the race. Just looks like a bunch of cars kind of scattering. Somebody got slow. I don't know if that National Guard car there might have slowed up. Oh no, we got some guys. The 62 there. More cars coming down the pits there. Got Elijah Grant on the track. Well, Elijah Grant's livery, Tim Grant raced mini stocks at Wiscasset Speedway from 98 to 07 and served in the Maine Army National Guard for 37 years. So that's what his livery is for, is the Army and his father. And yeah, give a great shout out to him and thank you for his service. And what a great throwback that is, and what a great sponsorship that would be on that car. We got Chris Norris out there with another one of our vets, and he's racing one of his favorite old school drivers, the Bobby Allison car. Loris, South Carolina, USA. And we are green flag racing again as Wilson pulls off, and Michelle is right behind him. Paul and Michelle are now second and third. It only took them about 20 laps to get back up there. Cansdale's up there with them. Carlson dropped back quite a bit. He was up to fifth and dropped all the way back to seventh. I don't know if he just wanted to get out of the mess and let guys figure it out. Daniel Worthington doing a real good job. Mitch Wilson out front there, still with 40 laps on his tires, 41 laps on his tires, being chased by Daniel Michel with only 24 laps on his tires. So Mitch Wilson doing a good job. And now he's got the 25 up to the inside of him. You want to think that newer tires are gonna work here, but if Wilson keeps the 25 pinned inside there, Mitchell's gonna run out of some tires here. He's gonna warm those tires quick, trying to keep it down there on that low line. As I think he finally makes the pass. No, Wilson's still there. Now he's clear. Tries the crossover there, but just a little too far behind him. Beautiful shot from inside. Whose car are we inside here? Yeah, Daniel Mitchell from Los Angeles, California, USA. Look at this kid. Starts 12 starts, 7 wins. I mean, yeah, 7 wins, 5 top 10s. 5 top 5s, 10. Top 10s, 1. Unbelievable stat record right there. Oh, as he gets into the back of the 03. I don't think he thought he was that close, but that was not good for the leader. Jordan Hill will go up the track and let the 25 go after that little shot that he took there. You see that the 03 is off pace, and he's got a train of cars flying by him, all trying to work for position. And you gotta know how unnerving that is to just be stuck up there letting cars go by and go by, because they are coming up to you very fast. It's nerving to be stuck there on the outside like that. So great side-by-side racing here, but it looks like the 8 is falling back because tires. It looks like 8 is coming into the pits. So David Wernmuth. I'm sorry, my screen is frozen here. Tracy? Oh, there we go. So we got the 8th caution of the race. Look at the replay here. We got Alec Wilson. Something's going on with the connection tonight. We are not catching any of these replays, but there it is. You see the spin. And I'm sure everybody was coming down the track, and there is the and everybody comes out all right. Tracy, got a copy. On our end, the stream is buffering a little bit, but we are still live here. Try to get through this the best we can. So your top five are Daniel Michelle, Wes Wigan, Bob Hall Jr., Austin Cansdale, Hunter Carlson, Daniel Worthington, Yogi Sleer, Dallas Sunderman, Chris Golden, and Bryce Gainey round out your top 10. And honorable mentions back in the field. Landon Brown is still hanging around 11th. Anthony Massini is in the 4th place. Daniel Michelle is still hanging around in 5th place, up 24 spots. Wayne Cannon's 16th. Chris Norris in 17th. Jay Berlin is in the top 20. He's 19th. Mitchell Wilson, he was leading the race earlier. He's top 20. So these guys are definitely searching for more and more spots, and pace cars in. So we're going to get ready to green flag racing, Infinite Race Works 185 back underway. No surprise that Daniel Michelle takes a huge jump out front. He wants to stay out of the mess. He wants to stay out of the hornet's nest and get out there and be on his own. That old 88 car, the old Dale Jr. Nationwide car. Always a classic throwback. And another yellow flag. Featherstone Welding and Fabrication yellow flag for the 9th time this race. As we look on with Burns, well, the 41 gets down to the 8, comes back off the track. It looked like everybody got by him. No problems there. I don't see it. The yellow flag had already come out at that point. So real quick, that 94 car, Tracy. I love the design of that 94 car, that cartoon by Bobby Hall Jr., that cartoon kind of scheme. It's really cool. I had bought a 2024 Camry, and there was a little bit of time where I actually thought about doing the Camry in that scheme in real life, but I thought better of it. But that is really cool. I like the cartoon look on that car, and it's really awesome. See, while we're under caution, I'll do another sponsor here. A sponsor from W Energy. W Energy is a company dedicated to providing high-quality energy drinks designed and enhanced focus, endurance, and overall performance. The products are crafted with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash. or jitters commonly associated with other energy drinks. W Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. Whether during workouts, gaming sessions, or daily activities, use code I'll Take 10 on your next purchase for 10% off. That's wenergy.com. I'll Take 10. Guys, that's some good stuff. Go ahead, check them out. W Energy. Looks like they're all crossed up and ready to go. Pace lights are off. We got Michelle and Wigan in the driver's seat for our green flag, but Michelle's got the control and he takes off. Infamous race works underway. Green flag racing once again. This time by it'll be 100 laps of 185. It's showing me about 20. A couple cars have retired. A lot of side-by-side racing in the back. There's nowhere to get down to that lower line or middle line, so they'll stay up on the high track. You see Landon Brown stuck out there. I'm sure he wants to get down to the inside as soon as he can, but the 26 is working on him on the inside. I tell you, as the track rubbers in more and more, that outside line seems very racy. As you watch it, Landon use it beautifully on the outside, passes two cars. Home of Bailey, North Carolina. At 26 will go up to the high side and try to follow suit. As you see the 17 of Daniel Jones up there. There's a lot of different strategies here, a lot of different lines being run. Daniel Jones behind the 10th and 11th position, so that's for your top 10 right there, that little pack of race cars. Daniel dives in the inside. The 5, can he get it to stick? No, right. Landon Brown's rolling that outside very well. I wonder if that's going to start becoming the preferred lane or not here. See Wayne Cannon back there creeping up on the top 10. Welcome back, Jay Berlin. Jay Berlin's in the 70 there. He's looking to make some passes. Oh, and we might go 3 wide here. Oh, guys, that's dangerous. Berlin pulls out of it. He thinks better of that, but loses a bunch of positions. Sometimes being the smarter man pays off, and he was the smarter man there, because I think if he stuck with that one, that would have been a pretty bad accident, because they were all racing real tight right there. So better for him to do what he just did there and save a wreck and save not only his car but a bunch of others. Look on to Austin Cansdell in the 33 out of Rutledge, Tennessee. 3 starts, 2 top 5, 2 top 10. Always real consistent until we bring him up here in the booth and try to get him to drive and talk at the same time. It's kind of like tapping your head and rubbing your belly. Doesn't always work very well. You see Hunter Carlson on the move now. Inside that, the 54 of Bryce Gainey. Working on him. As Daniel Sutherland's got a front row seat to that alongside Chris Golden. Golden makes the pass up to 7th position, right behind Carlson. Another guy we haven't talked about too much tonight is Paul Dillon. Paul Dillon always a contender here, always racing up front, but you know, he's having a night of it, racing back in the P12 right now. Looks like Dagan Burns is right behind him. Oh no, that's a lap car. The 41 of Deegan Burns is behind him. Colin Nadal's hometown, Michigan. Drop Bears and Eagles. They're chucking up the laps right now. We're at 123 of 185, so quite a bit of laps being run in this stent, but tires are going to come in. Austin Cansdale is in the lead now. Oh no, our scoring tower is jumping around. Oh, Cansdale does pull back in the lead. Looks like Danny Michelle's coming in. I was going to say tires seem to be, or fuel seems to be coming into play here at 71 laps of a stent right now for some of these guys that haven't pitted as much as the others. There you see Hunter Carlson in this pit box and Danny Michelle right behind him. As it looked like Hunter Carlson only took, oh no, I think he took both tires. He had a 14-second pit stop, 14.227 second pit stop, so that would be just around a full pit stop. Gavin Grubbs moves into the first place position for the time being. Mitchell Wilson right behind him. Wes Garland and Paul Dillon up to 4th now. Daniel Jones in that mix right after Bryce Gainey, and Daniel Jones moves into the 5th spot. Wayne Cannon 4th, and Antonio Mancini is in 8th. And I think this is hopping all around because we got pit stops going, and it's hard to pay attention to this tracker right now. Guys are all over the place on this short track. Watch a little battle here between the 62 and the 26. Michael Cole. 62 goes up high, lets those guys by him. And we got another caution. 10th caution of the race. Oh, gosh. 6 was just... The poor Coors Light can gets crushed. Just sitting in the middle of a track like a sitting duck up there. Look at the damage on some of these cars, and without fast repairs, they're going to have to sit in the pits and fix those. As we take a look at the 1 and the 24. Looked like the 24 got into the wall just a little bit there. Man, we're not going to be able to get a replay on that one. Just a bunch of cars blinking in and out. We got Hunter Carlson on the track. So Hunter Carlson's paint scheme comes from us from 1969 from David Peterson's number 17. One of Hunter's favorite paint schemes of all times, and happens to be his high school colors too. So Hunter Carlson from his paint shop there, Golden Chef Paint Shop. He put that on his car because that's his favorite design. Beautiful car there. And actually, I didn't notice on the back there a beautiful Eastern Technical design. See that there, Tracy, on the back? There's FWM and Eastern Technical Designs on that car, along with what a beautiful color scheme that is. Well, we got roughly about 50 laps to go. And your top 5 as of right now is Mitchell Wilson, Paul Dillon, Antonio Messini, Drew King, and Daniel Jones. Round up the top 5 here. Looks like a bunch of guys are getting their laps back here as they pass the pace car. And we're going to double them up. Oh, as we go, we're green back. Whoa. Here we go. Some more technical difficulties, but our producer Tracy's got them under control and fixing them as fast as they're happening. So thank you to Tracy for all his hard work up there tonight. Definitely putting in some work for us to enjoy this race for sure. Pace lights are off, so we're going to go green this time. Nope, we're going to hold it off and go green next time. There they go. Now they're off. With 48 laps to go here, coming back to the green flag, infamous racing work, green flag. I'm telling you, it could be anybody's race because this leaderboard has changed several times tonight, and we have plenty of racing left. It's going to start to get real exciting as the pace car dips into the pits, and we are green flag racing once again tonight for the 11th time. And the 46 takes a great jump. Wilson, but Dillon's fighting back on that outside, and that outside has been fast for these guys on these restart. So those 3 cars under a blanket right now, pulling away from the rest of the field. This time by 46 to go. As we go side by side for your lead, Wilson battling out, keeping it out front. But here comes Dylan to the inside with a great run around the turn on that exit. Dives down into the corner. Who's going to come out of the exit this time? It will be pretty even at the line. We're going to give it to Dylan. But that was dang near perfect at the line. And Dylan goes up the track, shuts the door on the 46. He'll run his preferred line now, settle in. '46 takes the higher line, so the 24 gets inside of him. And look at why this is all going on. Daniel Jones coming up through the back of the field. And Jason Berlin is up to your top 5, and he's battling in this mix. Tampa, Florida, back only a couple weeks now. Welcome back in a big way, top 5 with 42 left. Taking a look to the inside. Thought I seen Cansdell's car back there, but he might be lapped. But Cannon's back there. Michelle is back to 9th. Hall is 8th. So those guys are coming back through as we got another yellow. Oh, and there is Daniel Michelle with some heavy damage. That we don't see often. As it just keeps blinking in and out. Let's see if we could stay with them. No. Yeah, he goes out for a long time there. But you could definitely see some major damage on the front of that car. Yeah, we're good, and yeah, he's getting some getting some repairs, and that might be the end of his race if he doesn't have a fast repair, because he's going to go quite a few laps down. Right now, looking at the ticker, oh, he does have a fast repair, so he comes out all fresh new paint, but stays on the lead lap because we have 10 cars. 10 or 11? 11 cars on the lead lap. Everybody else is 1 lap down. Yeah, the biggest movers on the field. Daniel Jones, 37 spots. He sits in 2nd. Jay Berlin up 25 spots. He's in 4th. Wayne Cannon up 21 spots. He's sitting in 6th right now. A lot of these guys that sat in the back of the field for a while, avoiding all those wrecks, all those cautions that they had to drive through, everything they had to get through, it paid off, and they are up front in the mix with some of these guys that have been up here all night. As these guys get doubled up and settled in. Looks like the pace car dips into the pits, and we're going to go Infamous Race Work under green flag racing once again. Guys are off to a great start, and as we've seen most of the time, the lead car gets off to a great start, gets a great jump, but P2 and P3 are left behind to battle side by side for a few laps. Looks like Daniel Jones gets a good run there. He's going to slide it way up the track. The 24 is going to take the inside, and we got our 12th caution of the race. And I'm showing the 41 with a meatball right now. He was in the pits, I guess. Yeah, for whatever reason, it does not like replays tonight. Replay, it freezes up on us, so. Shows we're green flag racing again. Some technical difficulties here because we do not have the race. And we'll be right back, folks. Check, check. Check, check. Well, welcome back, everybody, as we fix some technical difficulties. Glad to be back with you for 24 laps to go. It's showing it's our first caution. Definitely not our first caution. We had to reboot our system, so our cautions counter is going to be a little off. But here we go. Pace car's in. Paul Dillon's in the lead, and Mancini on the outside. Jones in third. Grubbs in fourth, and Mitchell in fifth after his fast repair. And they're off with a great jump from P2 and P1. Mancini and Dylan out to a great start here. And we got another yellow. Very unfortunate yellow with only 20 laps to go. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do an advertisement, our sponsorship, I'm sorry, but Golden Racing League is a professional racing brand of ARCA, Golden Racing, sorry. Golden Racing is a professional racing brand of ARCA Menard Series driver Chris Golden, a determined competitor from Elk City, Oklahoma, chasing his dream of achieving to NASCAR. Operating on a low budget, Chris is actively seeking partners and sponsors to help fuel his journey alongside his ARCA efforts. He's an active member, admin of the Four Wide Motorsports League and his partner league, Leadfoot Racing League, staying connected with the racing community both on and off the track. Mr. Chris Golden, Mr. ARCA himself, out of Elk City, Oklahoma, looking for sponsorships to get on a real car, get him back in the driver's seat, and back on, prime time FS1 and some of those bigger broadcasts. But great guy to have in our league and very very knowledgeable. Helps a lot with walking guys through a lot of the ins and outs of this stuff. So go look up Chris Golden and Golden Racing and yeah, make a donations to him if you can. As we are inside 20 laps to go. It'll be about 18 laps to go uh, when the green flag drops. We got a bunch of guys in the chat here. The chat's been going off, and I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention as we've been a lot of stuff. But it's bring some guys gaining in the booth. I wish I could bring some of those guys in the booth, but I don't know where they're at in our chat. But as we go green flag racing, for I don't know how many times, but the infamous race works is green flag once again, and off to a great start with Dylan on the outside, and Mancini takes a dive to the inside. Dylan gets a great run on that outside. Like I said, that outside's been working quite well on these restarts. As we see in the back of the field, Cansdale gets a great run off that high line. Oh, Dylan. We had Dylan, Jones, and Michelle 3 wide back there for a second. And Michelle had to go all the way down to the apron to get out of that one. It looks like Cansdale comes away the winner of that because he's taken off on Michelle and Jones. Dylan's still got a commanding lead. Mancini's still right behind him, chasing him down. 13 to go. We're going to come to the line with 12 to go this time. And, this race has been infamous for the bump and runs at the end of the track. Mancini just waiting his turn. Oh, and there he is. He's, gives the 113 a little tap. Now we got some lap traffic. He's going to go high, but pins the leaders down to the... Oh, and he turns them. Mancini turns the 113 and Paul Dillon goes around. That's going to bring out another caution. Turns them coming out of turn 2, 3 there. 2 or 3. They're on the back stretch there. Oh my God, I didn't expect it to happen with 10 to go. So as we rewind it manually here, we're going to take another look at it. Here we go. We're going to get a good look at it this time. And there's the bump. Nope, that wasn't it. There's the bump. Turns him around. Paul Dillon trying to keep it going. But I think, honestly, I think it's Paul Dillon getting on the inside of the 34, trying not to wash up the track. Must have slowed it down to keep it down low because the 26 was up high. So Dillon looked like he got into that corner with a ton of speed, knowing that he had a lap car on the outside. He didn't want to wash up high on the exit. Slowed it down a little bit, and Mancini just trying to keep pace, gets into the back of him, turns him. And that's how that one falls. So we're going to have to re-rack them, and that puts Grubbs in first place, Mancini in second, Cansdell third, Daniel Michel in fourth, Hall in Bobby Hall Jr. in fourth, or fifth, sorry, Daniel Jones in sixth, Wade Cannon in seventh, or eighth. So we're going to have to double it up and hopefully do the reset and do it all over again. And here they are doubling up. This one is going to come down to about 6 laps to go. 5 laps to go by the time they're up to speed. These guys are nose to tail, back to back, and they're not going to give an inch on this restart. But here we go, coming across the start zone. The green flag is out once again. 7 laps to go. 6 to go by the time they get up to speed, and it's Grubbs getting out to a good start. Mancini dives down to the inside. And Michel is going to take that outside lane. Looks like the top 6 right now took off on the rest of the pack. So there's your battle right here. First through 6 is going to be the decider if it stays, goes the distance. We got 1, 2, 3, Grubbs, Michel, and Cansdell. Michel working, looking for any little mistake, any pattern he could find on Grubbs so he could set up his path. As Mancini worked back against Cansdell. Looks like they're all nose to tail here, going 3 to go. And there goes Michel, takes his makes his move to the inside. It's a great run on the inside, comes up the track and runs deep into that corner, drifts up into the 26 just a little bit. Final lap. White flag is out. Featherstone white flag is out, and that is your, wow, I couldn't even call it. Grubbs takes the win. They came across that line so tight, I didn't know which car to call. That was so close. But Gavin Grubbs, the winner of the infamous race, Werx, 185 brought to you by 4 Wide Motorsports on 4 Wide Motorsports Networks. What an amazing race that was. I am at loss for words. Feels like I just ran a marathon. I'm sure these guys are physically exhausted for running this marathon. But you give us a short break and we'll be back with your finishing order and post-race interviews. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the infamous Race Work 185 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We are down here with our third place finisher, Austin Cansdale. Austin, tell us how that race was for you, buddy.
Oh man, it was a fun night, especially my first race back. Man, it was definitely a whole lot of fun. Weaving in and out of traffic, Bristol is always fun. It's always a fun race to race around here. I just hope we put on a good show up there for everybody.
Yeah, actually, it was a very exciting show, and I was the only one in the booth, so a lot to talk about. But since it was a throwback night, I usually ask you, what you could or want to do different. But I'm going to ask you, what was your paint scheme about tonight?
It's a throwback to Dale Jr.'s Budweiser scheme, but with just a little bit of a twist. We got Eastern Technical Design on the hood. You got the Dale Earnhardt Tracy on the hood there. If you want to look at that, I want to thank Hunter Carlson for making it. But we did the ETD colors on it, and it just looks exactly like Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car from 2002, 2003, somewhere in there. But yeah, it's definitely a throwback. I was going to run it at Daytona, but some things popped up, so I saw tonight was throwback weekend, and I thought, oh, first race back, let's run this scheme, and I'm just glad we got a top three with it.
Excellent job, man. Glad you made it to the podium, and I'm going to give you the microphone so you can thank whoever you need to.
Well, I want to thank my fiance. I know me and her we've had some troubles here lately, but uh, she's been my rock. She's everything and everything I need in this life. I want to thank all my supporters, my mom, my friends, Eric, Grace, Taylor, uh, Dylan. And I want to thank all my sponsors and Hunter Carlson with Angry Chef Designs. I want to thank Tracy Brown for being my main sponsor with Eastern Technical Design. I'm just glad I can put them on the podium every week and just make Uncle Tracy proud. And just I want to thank the good Lord above for another day, another great day in the world.
Well, thank you very much, Austin Cansdale, man. Congratulations once again. Rutledge, Tennessee driver, Austin Cansdale bringing in P3. We'll see you at the next one, Austin. Take care.
Take care.
So, without any surprise, we got Daniel Michelle. Maybe a little bit of surprise because he didn't come in first place, but Daniel Michelle, second place finish, hard fought second place finish. How'd your race go for you, buddy?
It was all right. Real, real fun and easy in the start, just being up in front. Uh, but after the caution happened during green flag pit cycles, I got kind of sent to the back, went a lap down, got my lap back, and just kind of had to fight for it to get back up to the front. Had a bit of contact, one of the cautions, just nowhere for me to go. I tried to slow up, but didn't get there in time. Damaged the front end, broke a wheel, went into the pits, repaired it back in 10th, and made it back up to second.
Yeah, that was some real heavy damage on that car, and we saw you go in the pits. I was a little concerned you might not have had your fast repair that late in the race, but glad you did. Came out with a nice looking car. I was going to ask you about your paint scheme because it was a throwback night, but you always like that Mr. Uh, Pib, sorry, paint scheme. But so I'll ask you, man, if you could do anything different, what would it be?
Definitely not get as tight as I did on that last lap. I could not turn the car. I was missing my entry into 1 and 3, and unfortunately led to a little bit of contact with Gavin there towards the end, but uh, it is what it is. I'm glad he was able to keep it straight and kept on for the win. That was completely my bad. I just missed my entry and washed up into him, but thankfully it didn't lead to anything. So yeah, I mean that's really the only thing I could change. I feel like everything that was thrown at me, I was able to manage, except for just there towards the end, I just made a mistake.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniel, it made for one heck of a finish. Congratulations on your P2. Daniel Michelle out of Las Vegas, California, P2. We'll see you next race, buddy. Take it easy.
Thank you.
And now, Mr. Gavin Grubbs, P1, your first place finisher, takes the checkered flag. Gavin, can you take us through that race in your point of view?
Well, qualified pretty good. I think I was starting I think 7th. I'm not even sure. I don't remember exactly, but ran, top 5, top 10 most of the first part of the race. Just tried to save my tires. And when the leaders came to pit there that first time, I missed my pit box. So I just rolled all the way through pit road and was like, all right, I'll just go to the back, right around. I'll make it back up eventually. Pit the next time by. Took my second stop kind of late. So, or no, I took my first stop later than a lot of people. So when they were pitting under green there at that one long green flag run we had, I was able to stay out longer, caught the caution at the right time, pitted, was able to, then there was only six, seven, eight, I think 7 cars on the lead lap, and I was able to just kind of work my way up to third there with that, I think, second to last restart. And then the leaders, I think it was the 24 and somebody else, got to battling really hard and got into each other, made some contact. I snuck by on the outside before the caution came out. And then once the caution came out, I knew that if it would stay green, I had a really good shot to win. And everybody all night was going at the end of the restart zone. I was like, okay, I'm going to go at the start of the restart zone. As soon as we got to the box, I hammered the throttle, tried to get out to as much of a lead as I could. Daniel's really fast, ran me down. I missed the bottom with 2 to go, and I was like, all right, I just have to hold him down here. So I tried to just kind of arc out my corners and get a lot of drive off, be able to stay on his outside on corner exit for both laps. So he didn't have as much room to work with the car and managed to hold him off there and made contact out of 4, but I don't think he meant anything by it. I would have done the same thing. I mean, we're both going after the win, and I was able to cross the line first, just not by very much.
It was absolutely an amazing finish, and the fans got their money's worth out of that one. And glad you guys both finished the race in one piece there, and no harm, no foul. But it was a throwback night, and I know you race that paint scheme quite often. But I'll give you the microphone so you could kind of explain that paint scheme, and then if you'd like to go into thanking all your sponsors and everybody possible for you being here tonight.
Yeah, well, so the B Main podcast, that's my podcast with Scott Shive. He runs a lot of our late model races over here on 4 Wide. He actually calls some races with you guys as well. So we have him and myself, our podcast, sponsoring the car. I'm not very good at making paint schemes, so I just put a red stripe around the bottom and made a plain white race car. Then, the V Speed on the side, I do some broadcasting for them as well, and I've done a couple races with you guys here at 4 Wide, so maybe I should get one of y'all's stickers somewhere on the car too. But no, we just I'm not very creative with paints, so I went with something simple and threw a logo on it.
Excellent, man. And anybody you'd like to thank?
I just want to shout out the B Main podcast again. That's myself and Scott Shive. Go check us out here on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Also, I want to thank my teammate Drew King. He ran a pretty good race today. Me and him always communicate a lot during these races. Really give each other feedback. What cars are doing what, who's fat, what lines are working, what lines aren't, and we can help each other navigate through traffic, call things out, and just kind of lift each other up throughout the race. We want to. I think without having a teammate, I don't think either of us would run as good. So it's good to have him, shouting him out too.
Excellent. Well, congratulations once more. This is your first place finisher, Gavin Grubbs, in the number 26 Toyota Camry here at Bristol Motor Speedways for the infamous race work 185. And with that being said, I would like to go through your finishing order real quick. We'll let our producer working hard on pulling that one up for us. Get shout out to Tracy Brown for working really hard with all the technical difficulties today, and I couldn't do it without him. But with further ado, your race results are top place finisher Gavin Grubbs in the 26, Daniel Jones P2 in the 25, Austin Cansdale P3 in the 33, uh, Antonio Mancini in fourth in the 24, Bobby Hall Jr. in fifth in the 94, Daniel Jones in sixth in the 17, Dallas Sunderman in seven in the 58, Wayne Cannon in eighth in the 29, Hunter Carlson ninth in the 32, Bryce Gainey 10th, top 10 in the 54. 11th, Paul Dillon. 12th, Drew King. Landon Brown, 13th. Jay Berlin in 14th. Ron Walters in 15th. Brendan Chimra in 16th. Colin Nadelson in 17th. Wes Wigan in 18th. Daniel Worthington in 19th. Mitchell Wilson rounds out your top 20. Chris Norris in 21. Dagan Burns in 24. I don't know where 23 and 22 and 23 went, but Colton 31st. Alex Wilson 30th. Jack Kelly 32. There's 22. Still Yogi Tesler. Chase Clow in 36. 23rd, there he is, Ian Woodick, Michelle Cole in 20, Michael Cole in 28th, Keith Pittman in 29th, John R. Hill in 30th, David Wormuth in 34th, Devin Baker 35th, um, Nicholas Smole in 37th, Hayden Bloomer in 39th, 38th, and Joshua Tesla rounds out your field in 39th. And that was a mouthful, guys. I tell you, what an amazing race. Such an eventful race. Plenty to talk about. 85 laps of pure chaos and some really good battles there. So before we go tonight, I would just like to go over our sponsorship. So our main sponsor here at Four Wide Motorsports is brought to you by Eastern Technical Designs. We got 213 Simware on Chris Golden Race WN. We got Four Wide Motorsports Network on YouTube here that you're watching. Angry Chef Design. Golden Racing League, Leadfoot Racing League. Like to thank Crowfoot Wraps, LB Sim Shop. We'd like to thank Golden Chef Speed Shop, where all our fixed setups are made by Golden Chef Speed Shop. Crown Awards and one of our new sponsors aboard I mentioned tonight is Elite Track Sim. So we also have sponsorships like tonight, Infamous Race Werx, and I think it was the sorry, real quick. The Featherstone Welding and Fabrication. They're race sponsors. So we have a race sponsor package you could buy. We usually have a link up for it. That scan me code down there will take you to our Four Wide Motorsports networks or whatever, and you could, buy races. That we offer different packages. You could buy a flag sponsorship. You could buy a full race sponsorship. Many different packages. If there's a birthday or a shout out you want to make, or somebody you just want to put on the spot, name the race, do a funny name, whatever you'd like. Packages of anywhere from $5 to $45. So really not expensive to get your name or product out there. And then if you'd like to join Four Wide Motorsports, you can look us up at Four Wide Motorsports on YouTube, Discord. We're on Facebook and many different social media forms. But if you'd like to join us, we do not only iRacing, we do Monster Jam, we do NASCAR 25 on PlayStation, trying to get a fishing league going. There's a bunch of fantasy leagues and stuff we like to put together. So plenty to do here, and always looking for people to come and join our fun. So give us a look up, shout us out on social media, give us a thumb up on Four Wide Motorsports Network, and I will tell you what. For me, that's it. I can't even talk anymore. I think I'm losing my voice. So on behalf of our producer, Mr. Tracy Brown, I couldn't have done it without you tonight, buddy. I'm Charles Oberg, wishing you guys a great night. Until next week, we will see you all later. Good night.